Now what might this be? Oh! What a pleasantly unexpected turn of events! Indeed, the change is pleasant. However, one has to wonder what brought this change forth. It has been centuries, if I recall correctly, since a commoner was allowed to approach the village altar. Tell me, why are you here now? That is a good question, though perhaps we shouldn't state it so accusingly. I'm not being accusatory. I'm being perfectly pleasant. Yes, I can see that, but we are godlike beings. Maybe we should be a bit gentler around humans, don't you think? Yes, I suppose so. Why don't you go forth and speak to them then? You're better at this, are you not? Well, only because I read about this sort of thing. But I suppose I can give it a try. Would you prefer it if we took our more human forms, little one? Alright, just give us a moment. Oh my! It's been quite a while since I've seen the world from this angle. Yes, it is rather startling when it's been so long. I rather forgot how pleasant it was, looking up at the sky like this. Yeah, you do forget the simple things in life, don't you? Indeed. Now, as for our question, are you able to answer it? Oh dear. I think there's been a bit of a miscommunication here. We didn't ask for your name, dear, though it is very nice to meet you. I'm sure you know our names, right? You're stuttering a lot. Do we intimidate you that much? I see. Though that is understandable given our status as gods, I must say I am offended. Oh, why's that? We've been merciful gods up until this point, haven't we? Well, I suppose so, but still, that's no reason to be offended. After all, you and I know better than anyone how unreliable the words of humans can be. Perhaps this one heard lies about us. Perhaps they were told that they were being sent here for punishment or something. We have no idea what they were told before coming here. I suppose you do have a point. Can you tell us exactly why you were sent here? I beg your pardon? No, it's okay, it's okay. You're not in any trouble, just... Could you repeat yourself? I don't think you meant to say what we just heard you say. Oh dear. You're being offered as some kind of sacrifice? Why's that? I see. People believe that we're angry with them. And why is that? Someone had a dream. What kind of dream? They called it a vision? We haven't sent visions to anyone recently. Not in the last few decades, actually. Oh, really? They swore on their faith that it was a vision? Then can you tell us the exact message they claim to have received from us? I see. Though I'm certain we've made it obvious by now, we truly don't feel any anger toward the villagers, least of all you, as they claim. And do bear in mind that Kurapika speaks for both of us in this situation. We feel no ill will toward you whatsoever, regardless of what that person claims. I don't know. I really can't say why they would say such things. Did they make a claim stating that your faith was faltering? I see. So we have our issue then, don't we? Kurapika... What? Your eyes... They're turning scarlet. It's scaring our guest. My apologies. You know I can't control it, right? I'm sure they're well aware of it, Kurapika. Even poorly translated versions of our stories tell of your scarlet eyes. Now, let's get back to what you said, okay? You said that we found the issue. What exactly were you talking about? Oftentimes, when people falsify visions such as this, it's because they've committed a crime. They then use hysteria and false visions to frame someone else. Well, I guess that's one mystery solved, isn't it? But, Kurapika, how did you know what they were accused of? For a while, after our last battle with the phantoms and the titans of this world, I thought I was just being paranoid. I thought that it was silly to keep an eye on them. We defeated them after all. But then, something changed. I have no idea how, but somehow, people are starting to follow them again. No, that isn't possible. They couldn't possibly be rising to power again. Could they? In my mind, I'm desperate to agree with you. I really am. But there's far too much evidence that says otherwise. However, there is some fortune on our side this time. And what would that be? Well, only 4 have risen to power thus far. They're strong, but with their limited numbers, it's a blessing in disguise. Who are the ones who have risen to power? When I last checked in on them, you aren't going to be happy about this. I already know that. If the Phantoms and the Titans are somehow rising to power, no outcome is going to make me happy. Just get it over with, okay? Alright, if you say so. The 2 Phantoms who have risen to power recently are Hisoka and Crollo, and their following has grown at an alarming rate. Oh my. They had close ties to Yelena and Zeke, if I remember. Well done. They're the 2 Titans who have come into power. Please tell me you're joking. Am I the kind of person who makes jokes? No, but sometimes that's part of it with people. Then answer me this. Are my eyes still scarlet? Then you have your answer. This isn't a joke. Then I suppose what we said earlier is a lie, isn't it? What are you referring to? What we said to the human. What we said to our guest. We claimed that we weren't angry with any of your fellow villagers. We claimed that we weren't angry with you. Well now, suppose that Kurapika is right. That whoever falsely accused you is in fact trying to frame you. If that's the case, then I suppose we aren't going to be very merciful gods for much longer, are we? You're starting to sound a lot like me. At least, in terms of your sudden vengeful attitude. Be careful not to scare our guest now, would you? Oh, sorry. I didn't make it seem like I was angry with you now, did I? Oh dear. Hey, it's okay. Look, you did the right thing coming here. Even though you knew that you were innocent, you still came to us, and you told us what was going on. I thank you for that. I'm grateful for that. We both are, right, Kurapika? Yes. This has confirmed my suspicions. I appreciate that you were able to help us. Yeah, see? See, everything is fine. We're not mad at you. We're not upset with you. We're grateful. Truly we are. We are grateful for your honesty, your cooperation, and above all else, your faith. That's certainly more than most people possess these days. Isn't that right? A rather unfortunate trend it's become, especially among those of your village. At this point, I think you're the only believer who remains. The only believer, that is, of what we teach. Though a pessimistic notion, I believe that Kurapika may be right about this. I think that out of everyone in your village, out of everyone in this area, in fact, you are the only one who still believes us. You're the only one who remains loyal to us. You're the only one who has any kind of faith whatsoever in what we teach. Is that right? I see. In that case, Kurapika, you know what we have to do now. Given the current state of the world, I ought to do this alone. Our guests will be staying here much longer than anticipated, and it would be best if you got them acquainted with their new surroundings. I'll be back soon. You're going now? Wait a second! Damn it. I suppose you know how stubborn he can be, right? I thought so. Well, stubborn and reckless as he is, he does have a good head on his shoulders. That's more than I can say about some of our fellow gods and goddesses. As for you, he is right. I do need to show you around. With how everything's going to be for a while, it isn't safe for you out there, and we need to protect the one follower we have left. Come with me, would you? Relax. You're going to be perfectly safe here. We'll make sure of that. Look at me. Never speak those words again. Do you understand me? You are more than worthy to stay here. You are more than worthy of our protection, all right? You were willing to help us when no one else would. You remained loyal to us when no one else did. You are more than worthy of our protection and our gratitude. Do you understand? Good. Now, while I show you around, I want you to tell me everything that you were ever taught about the phantoms and the titans of this world. Hey, there's no shame in a wrong answer, okay? There is only shame in the failure to learn from a wrong answer. And besides, given everything that's going on in your village and in your general area, something tells me that if you give a wrong answer, it's because you were given wrong information. And since that's most likely the case, I'll be happy to inform you of whatever misinformation you were presented with, okay? But first, you need to start talking.